Okay, I'm just gonna go over a quick item. This is something that many of many of you probably haven't thought about, maybe or whatever. But I have what looks like a desktop, but this is an Android phone connected to HDMI. So basically, this is my broken. You can't even see the screen. It's not going to show it to you. It blinks a little bit, but it's cracked really bad. It's just cracked. It's worse on the back. It's destroyed. The screen does flicker a little bit in case you can get it to come on. But I bought several USB combo USB-C connection that allows you to have HDMI, but allows you to power it, and then have like a cable out USB for like a controller, and then this is for my keyboard mouse combo, and lots of people have seen this. So, I got my mouse. I can use the keyboard and everything just like a computer because Samsung has the DeX, desktop, and that allows you to have this full desktop experience and then have it on screen and stuff. So my whole point for this video is to show you the Skyline emulator. It is working. They've had an update just recently, like a day or two ago, that is has better functionality, faster speed, and the thing is, this particular, it's not the fastest phone in the world, but it plays blazingly fast on games. I think it has the 630 GPU, Adreno 630 GPU. Anyway, so here's the Skyline first. I have other games in this list because I'm testing two different emulators, but this one, I've tested some of the others, but it only loads and runs really Sonic. I have tried other controllers and they'll work and let me configure it, but this particular controller does not let me configure it in there for some reason. But here you go. And I'm trying to see if I have something mapped on the keyboard. No. But game runs great. It's fast. There we go. Video, sound, audio, everything's good, and the playability. If you use the on-screen, which I turned them off. So I'm gonna hit the escape key, take me back to the menu. If you want to get an example, let's say Breath of the Wild, it will attempt and do nothing. I think Shanti was the only one that I got like maybe a slight screen on, but really nothing else works. So that's where we stand on this one. Let me see if this will tell me what version. I don't think it shows me what version. But if I go into controller one, I can pick Pro or Handheld Pro. Handheld Pro should let me select it. It's telling me to push in on this and doesn't respond. So I went through the whole list and different types of controllers, and it didn't let me configure this controller. However, it did let me do a Nintendo Switch controller. So anyway, we'll close out of this one. We'll make sure no running apps. I used Alt Tab to show me no run. But then I'm going to talk about the one now that is kind of like Voldemort, saying Voldemort, which is the He Who Must Not Be Named. The Egg NS has got sort of some stigma around it because the programmers are getting paid to use open source software, but then they're making their version of this. The Egg NS is closed programming, so they're not allowing that to be known or used or edited by anybody else except for them. So it's kind of you know, not. But also, I think the fact that you have to purchase a particular controller, this GameSir X2 USB-C controller, otherwise you can't use it. So they specifically designed it to where it would only use that controller, which means more than likely they're getting money from GameSir, or maybe the programmers are being paid by them to in full development of this. I could show you. We'll just go ahead and start this one here. First of all, it's got game settings, and you can patch it. The game settings allow you to change like all kinds of interesting little tools. You can add expansion packs onto it and stuff like that. It's got a good really got some great menus. It's got some great features, functionality. It's probably close to being as good as Yuzu or Ryujin's. This one, you know, the controller has to be on here, but it also lets me. Let's pick Nanya. We'll pick here. Mess that up. Everything works, you know, as it should. I'm going to hit the escape button. It asks me if I want to exit. I just hit enter on the keyboard. And I'll show you something else that runs besides Sonic. I'm pretty sure this is a better one out of the bunch. That Breath of the Wild is supposed to work, but I think it's according to which version you have, and I think I have the original 1.0 version. It's running 60 frames, 60.1, 60.2 frames per second. GPU 42%. Loading 295 shaders. If they actually made this program to load the shaders ahead of time before it tried to play the game, it would probably run much better. Wow, it's struggling. I'm surprised. I really had better high hopes. Android's not going to do much better playing games. They show some other videos all over YouTube that show they picked like the best games, or the only games that have no glitches, but they also have the best possible Samsung, you know, $1,200 phone. Shoot, I could build a PC that's going to play Yuzu or Ryujin's. You know, that's going to play it just as good. So why would I want to go out and, you know, do this? Or I already have a gaming PC. Maybe because it's really small. You know, you can easily take it with you and buy the controller that fits on it really well. I don't know. That's about the only thing. But if you're going to spend that kind of money for portability, just buy the Switch itself and be done with it. I mean, that's what it's designed for. I don't really see I think it's just the fact that people are trying to say we just want to see if we can do it. We just want to see if we can make an emulator that works on Android and functions on a phone. But I mean, my true, I think, position on this is, look, I mean, if you're going to go portable, then buy the Switch itself. I don't know. Pretty disappointed in all these systems. They got a long ways to go. Both emulators have a very, very long way to go. Whether or not they'll, if they keep going with it and we get more powerful phones and everybody has a phone and that's the way you want to go, fine, great. I'm not much about piracy. The people want to play these games on their phone because they can make copies or get copies off the internet. That's, my point is just having, like, can we do it? Is it functionable? Does it work? And I love the fact that these programmers get so deep into it, and my hats go off to them. They are crazy brilliant, and I love on some of the stuff that they've done so well. Personally love the Yuzu emulator the best on the PC, but lots of people love the Ryujinx, which has both have come so long, and they play just about everything. I think I've tested around 150 games on Yuzu, and they all work really well, but also have a very powerful PC, that about $1,200 powerhouse PC, which you've probably seen. I did Legends of Arceus video on different channels, or on this channel as a different video. You can always check that out. Other than that, you can see that we'll have to see where these go to, how these continue on. I don't know. Talking to the guys on the Skyline channel seem, I don't know, like they've stalled a little bit on their functionality, like getting it to do more, or I'm really excited for them to continue on with it, but I hope they don't get disappointed with it and then just move on to something else. We'll see. Alright, thanks for watching. Bye.